was told that I was getting medically postponed. So I had to pack all my shit away. I was on the phone to my dad and I was like, my career's over before it even fucking started. I got picked up by the train station with people in military kit and I felt so fucking nervous. We went through the gates of the military base and I was just looking around and I was like, this is crazy. I was still so scared and so nervous. When we went through the medical, I just remember every part of it because I just knew there was something off. I just knew, like, and they were asking me these questions and this and that. I was just like, there's something off right now. And then when they told me that I had an irregular heartbeat and I had to basically go to a different hospital, actual civvy hospital, and leave here and then come back in, like, after I've got this medical examination with my heart, I can come back. I thought, fuck's sake, my military career's over. I'm getting you from civilian to soldier, so click the link in the description and you even get access to my WhatsApp number where you can just chat to me one-to-one if you got any thoughts about what happened step by step in the middle. How should I train for the beep test? What's the interview like? Or any question what you have at all. So I know how it feels to go twice. I felt like a failure. Literally, I told like the people I'm joining the army, I'm going to assessment center. I had to go again because my medical came back and it's just so fucking stupid. The medical procedure, right, when you go to the assessment center is just very stupid because if you break your arm like fucking since you was 10 years old, right, or you had asthma when you was a little kid, right, they'll postpone you for it. So I know this kid, right, and he's trying to join the RAF right now. And they literally postponed his career because he had asthma when he was like 5. So just imagine that, right, your career's getting postponed because injury you had when you were younger. So I wouldn't say lie about injury that you had when you're younger because they know they will be in your records, but they're asking about like your family's history of medical heart disease and stuff like that. Just proceed with caution. So if you know what I'm saying, if you know you've got like heart disease in your family and it's a big thing, like just obviously be honest and be truthful about it. You understand what I'm saying? And do you know what? I barely scraped the beep test. So for my job, well, I say I barely scraped it. For my job role, I needed 6.6 and I was hitting like 7 point something when I was training for it. But the thing is, I could have got a lot further on the beep test, but all I was training for is the beep test, is the actual assessment. I weren't like doing other runs, like long runs, intervals and stuff like that. That stuff would have got me a lot fitter, but I weren't doing any of that. But what I'd recommend is basically just do other fitness stuff. Don't just train for the beep test. Yeah, because like for me, for example, I kept on getting 7 point something and it weren't like going up or down. On the actual day, it's different. You'll get a lot more because you'll be thinking, I need to get a lot more. They're literally noting you down. And if they feel like you can get another one and you just stopped, right, it shows bad character. Like it don't show like that's someone they want in the army, if that makes sense. So just remember that. Now we're gonna get into some tactics. This is an important little spice what I've got for you. Alright, so boys, it's gonna make you get in your underwear. So what I mean in your underwear, so when you do the medical, they will make you basically get in that underwear, squat and like walk like in that position. We call that a duck walk. And it's just to see, right, I don't even know what it's to see, to be fair. They just make you do it. And I think if you struggle with like your flexibility and stuff like that, you'll be right, because I did as well. And don't worry about no gospel about like your knees clicking on something like that, because like that's bullshit. If your knees click when you bend down and squat, you'll be right, bro. That's just fucking bullshit what people say. Practice the ability test. What's the ability test? It's the cognitive test. Yeah, I'm gonna link it below. And literally practice this test, bro. If you don't, you're just gonna have a hard time and you're not gonna really know what you're doing, because it's not even like scoring high on it. It's like knowing basically how to answer the question. When you look at it for the first time, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? But when you like start like answering them, and then you'll be like, oh shit, yeah, I understand that. With the beep test, you need to set up for 20 meters. So for example, you need to get a cone 20 meter one side, 20 meter another side. And I know it's fucking hard to find somewhere, because do you know what, generally where I live, right, it's so hard. So I'd recommend like going to a quiet road and doing it on there, because I was just saying excuses. I can't do it on the road near my house, but the road near my house is fairly quiet, and if I did it on that road, as soon as a car coming, I'll just go to the side and car will just go around me, if that makes sense. You need to like prioritize your training, if that makes sense. And also like there will be beep tests where you live, like there will be somewhere where you can go for it. And if you can't find nowhere, and I mean nowhere, like there's definitely a local community centre, sports hall. If you ask them, right, can I just use it for this amount of time, they will fucking let you. And check army jobs. So if you just search up army jobs, like UK army jobs, right, on the website, you will literally see what level you need. Alright, so this is very important what I'm going to talk about. Learn where you're going for phase 1. Learn about when your cap badge is formed. For example, first off, learn your cap badge. So if you're joining the Royal Logistical like I did, learn when it was formed, 1972. 2. Because if you don't learn where it was formed, right, they're going to ask you this question and you're going to be like, yeah, I don't know. Like, on the interview, you need to know this information. Where are you going for phase 1? So you should know Purbright or Winchester. By this time, you will know. You will be going to Purbright for 14, 13 weeks or Winchester. Or if you're an infantry, you'll be doing like 49 weeks in Catterick. Where's your phase 2 and how long's your phase 2? So if you're a driver, you'll be going to Defence School of Transport in Leconfield, and it says in the website 17 days, but you'll be there for like 3 to 6 months, like minimum. So that's all the juice I got for you today, right? And do you know how I know this will work? Because I've done this shit fucking twice, boys. Like, if you don't believe this will work, right, what I've just said will work, I'm telling you, it will. Like, literally, I'm in my fucking army room right now in my uniform. I'm about to go to work, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, it just fucking will work. I know it will. But yeah, let's fucking smash, boys. Let's get into it.